The greatest feeling a man can ever experience is that of fulfilling his dreams, to see the works of his hands succeed. That feeling is what we feel right now with Urban Prime. What started off as a dream today is reality for not just the dreamers, but the world at large. Through obstacles and setbacks, we have pushed hard. We have fought our way through to ensure Urban Prime is not just a wish or a dream, but is reality. The launch of Urban Prime 1 in August 2019 was solidified by the aim to create a lifestyle that gives off comfort, class, luxury, value, and exclusivity. A lifestyle that has indeed redefined and undoubtedly elevated the status of the Abraham Adesanya to the Ogombo community through not just Urban Prime 1, but Urban Prime 2, 3, and 4. We cannot leave out the COVID-19's impact on the Urban Prime project. Was it challenging? Yes. But did we cross that hurdle? Absolutely, and even better. Urban Prime features efficient drainage systems, access to the internet, a serene environment, leisure setups like the swimming pool and the gym, carefully detailed streets, 24/7 lighting system, and a really good security system that has a 24-hour security surveillance. With over 48 hectares of land, with 2,000 homes to be delivered by the end of Q4 2024, we have delivered over 500 homes, over 500 trees planted, over 1,000 homes in progress with scheduled deliveries. With residents currently occupying their spaces and living in their homes in Urban Prime, so far we've had amazing feedbacks. No wonder in 2021/2022, Urban Prime was voted the best residential development in Nigeria by the African Property Awards. A lot has gone into the emergence of Urban Prime, and behind it all are the best of persons and brainworks.
When we started the residential development, we wanted to do something very different. We wanted to build functional homes, but we also want a community impact-driven project. So something that can transform a community, something that has not existed within a community before. And that was what was in our mind when we were conceptualizing on the Urban Prime project. So we're quite purpose-driven in terms of the project that we tried to develop. And what was very important to us was to do something that will be different from what is already existing. So there was we had a lot of research before activating on the project. So from what type of home, how do we want the template to look like? How do we want the infrastructure to look like? From power infrastructure to water infrastructure to the road infrastructure to the recreational infrastructure to the home in itself, the functionality of the house. So we had a very strong belief and we had to back that with action. And it was one word, one key sentence, building to last. One is something that would be very, very transformational to that environment. So, and that we're able to achieve with the Urban Prime development and with what the project has been so far and the amount of mileage the project has gotten. So it has proved to us that we actually got on the right track when we were conceptualizing the whole Urban Prime project. Also, we're looking at future plans, the Fort Milan Bridge setup, and how that road, Okwaja Road, connects to Orchid Road and all. So there are about 4 different exits for that location and all of that. So our first development of that road was in 2017, but it was just site and service. So I'd taken a very close observation on that environment, you know. And before we got into that environment, 2019, it was a very dead road. Like, it had fewer number of cars moving on that road. By 7 p.m. it's already very dark. There's no life on that road and all of that. So we just wanted something that would give life to that community and all that. And that will be that will also provide employment and opportunity for people within that environment. And I'll give them a new feel. Because the major belief that people have is that anything that exists on that axis should not be of great quality, or should not be of good value, or should not be. So we had a different mindset entirely. So we wanted to create something different within that environment. So we did a very deep case study on the Adesanya corridor and all of that, Ogombo generally. COVID-19 affected both positively and negatively as well. But as an entrepreneur, you have to learn to glide with the tide and find how to make the best use of that situation. Different things that impacted on the project. COVID brought about inflation and all of that, FX rates and all these things and all. But it was a very difficult task to set out to do 2,000 homes. That is a major step in reducing the deficit that we have in the housing sector. But it was a major move, and it was a very audacious and a bold step for the company. But we didn't believe that it was going to be possible at all. We know that it is possible, but we didn't see a lot of challenges. COVID was not in the picture when we started. We didn't see this much inflation. It wasn't in the data. We didn't see all the other battles we will go through with artisans, getting the right skilled labor, working with the right contractor, working with the right suppliers and manufacturers, and all of that. So we didn't see how importation is going to affect pricing factors and all these things. So these are issues that we've had to, surmount, and then make sure that we keep moving with how difficult the environment can be to do business. So we just have to keep, the vision is clear, the goal is very important to us at Landway, and we just have to make it happen without, and knowing that quality is very important to us and is key and fundamental to what we represent at Landway. So all these factors are very important, and all these elements are the things that we have to put to play with the Urban Prime project and some other projects that we have as well. But Urban Prime, our biggest residential development, and top of our mind, and we keep moving, and so interesting.
At the beginning, it was a bit challenging to identify the right partners, the right vendors to work with, because we identified from the beginning that quality was essential to construction. So we needed to shortlist contractors that understand that and also value quality work as well. And in some instances, we had to terminate some contractors' contracts during the process because we weren't satisfied with the work that they were doing. So I would say that, it was a bit challenging initially, but what is important is that we stayed grounded to our objectives of building quality construction. And as such, we were able to put parameters in place to hold our vendors accountable. And over the period of construction, we've had to modify our contractors' contracts multiple times because we learn from different scenarios what may happen on site, and then we make adjustments in the contract to mitigate against a repeat of that same issue or this challenge that we face. But overall, I think that it's been great. It's been a huge learning experience, and we've been able to work with good partners as well that we know will work with them, with other projects that we have ongoing. The Ogombo community, we've had really
awesome relationship with the people, the locals within the community, the ballet of Ogombo, as well as even the law enforcement, the police, Ogombo Police Station. They've received the Urban Prime project with open arms. I think that the success of the project has also been because of that. We haven't had any issues, thankfully, with community clashes or issues with Omonile. It's been quite peaceful being in Ogombo. And also, I think they also see the benefits of a project like Urban Prime in terms of, this project has put Ogombo on the map. And it was after Urban Prime came into that neighborhood that the government came in to fix the Adesanya Roundabout, which is a huge achievement. And then the project has also opened up a lot of commercial activities as well on that road, and as well as other projects has come up after Urban Prime. So I think overall it's been beneficial to the Ogombo community, but they've been, awesome neighbors, I would say. Yeah.
For the Urban Prime project, our major challenge was the inflation. The inflation rate in Nigeria that's hit the rocks, and it's been overboard for the past few years. So inflation directly goes to our cost of materials. Most of the materials that are being purchased for production, they are either being manufactured here or they are being imported. Another major challenge is foreign exchange. Materials that are coming in from outside the country, like the reinforcement, every day, like reinforcement today can be 410, tomorrow morning it's 430, following day we have 510 per ton. So, major challenges are inflations, which directly eats the cost of materials, which in essence makes our cost of construction skyrocket at the slightest change. So, major challenges, yes, that would be, like I've said, inflation, then the foreign exchange rate as well for materials that are being brought in from outside the country. So we put some methods or some methods in place to be able to fight this. Number one would be bulk purchases. So for our materials, instead of buying in bits, we leverage on bulk purchases. For example, if I want to buy cement, if I'm buying Dangote, which is what we usually use, I go directly to the manufacturer and buy directly from them. So one, getting directly from the manufacturer, it reduces the price. Two, I'm buying in bulk, so I leverage on my bulk purchases to get lower costs, which in turn will help me to leverage on reducing my construction project costs. Then another thing we have also leveraged on to beat these challenges is also to forecast. We look at price trends in the construction industry. For example, if my cement rate is going higher and higher, then I need to know how many bags of cement I need per this period and then buy it beforehand.
As much as, we as a brand, we've never gone below quality, but we improve based on the feedback we receive from our clients. We improve on our designs. We improve on our construction methods to ensure that quality is sustained. The kind of materials we use, the kind of finishing we use, and our attention to details. Please, details underlined. Attention to details, very meticulous attention to details. And with that, we're able to control quality. We have a quality control team that normally insist on quality with the architects.
I actually worked with the procurement department on the Urban Prime 1 project, particularly at the beginning. And one of the things that we did was to ensure the quality of the materials purchased. We made sure that we get the best of materials, our reinforcements. We did proper tests on them to be sure that we are buying the right quality, the cement, the sand, the blocks, quite a number of them. It was quite challenging because we had a lot of units to finish at the same time, so we're buying in large volume. Sometimes you'd have to buy 5,000, 6,000 blocks in a single day. So it was quite some work, but we were able to ensure that we purchased the right kind of materials. So it was towards the end And I came in